We love Justine Bateman.
We do like her.
Yeah. We had a EFAP of one of her videos where she was doing an interview.
Mm-hmm. She would be what the kids would call nowadays based.
Yes. So this is an interview with her, and man, no matter how much we try not to talk about AI, it just keeps coming back and back, and like people are just not leaving it alone.
My daughter tonight texted me out of nowhere. Hey, did you hear about this Tilly Norwood thing? You know, remember the AI actress we were talking about? So everybody's talking about it.
So I've got a couple things. I've got Justine Bateman. I have James Cameron talking about AI. And then I have Sean Astin, who is the new president of the SAG-AFTRA, on his take on things.
I don't envy him.
And then I have Fran Drescher, who was the SAG president before that. Yep. So we've got a couple of things that we're going to talk about with this AI stuff. So here's Justine Bateman first.
SAG-AFTRA weighing in on the controversy surrounding Tilly Norwood, an AI-generated actress that talent agencies are reportedly looking to sign. The actors union saying in part, quote, SAG-AFTRA believes creativity is and should remain human-centered. The union is opposed to the replacement of human performers by synthetics.
With more, we are joined by filmmaker and author Justine Bateman. Justine, good to have you with us. Let's start with the news of the day. What do you make of SAG-AFTRA's response to the controversy, especially given how heavily AI factored into contract negotiations in 2023?
Yeah, I was an AI advisor to SAG during the negotiations. I was asked to not be part of the last go.
I would love to have her on the show if we could. I'd love to have her on the show.
I would be amazing.
But I don't know if we're not big enough. You guys need to make us big enough so we can have her on the show.
Hit the like button. Subscribe.
Hit the like button.
Tuesdays at 8 o'clock, Sundays at 7.
Exactly.
Anyway, they actually gave permission to signatories to use AI objects instead of human actors. So the fact that they're making some comment as if they're aghast at this occurring is very baffling to me. There's permission for it in the agreement. All they have to do is notify SAG that they're doing it. That's
a smart cookie.
Yeah, they put a little provision in there so that they could do it.
See, but that's what I like about Justine Bateman. You've got the AI people going, well, fuck you, deal with it. You got the SAG union people screaming and crying like babies. And she's like, I don't know why the union's surprised by this. They put it in their contracts that you can do this.
You think it's just LARPing? It's just crying just for sake of crying? If it's in the contract.
This is why I like people like Justine Bateman, because I think she's authentic. I think 80% of the shit you see online and on YouTube shows and whatever is all performative, grifting bullshit.
I think so.
But she strikes me as somebody, like, she's pretty straight. And I don't like everything she says, so it's not, confirmation bias.
Yeah.
I like her. I just think she seems like she doesn't give a shit, and she's going to say what she knows is the truth.
She's pretty honest. Like I said, you're right. I don't always agree with everything that she says, but
no,
she's pretty honest. Honest to a fault, maybe.
All right, Derek. Here, let me give you a little quiz here. So you're about to come out with a new movie, let's say in a year, right? And you can cast one actress to be in your movie. Pick one of those two on the screen. Who's going to be the lead in your movie?
Depends on what it is. If it's an older character, I don't know if I would take Justine Bateman, just because she doesn't have the name now.
If it was a young, pretty girl that you wanted in your movie, would you pick somebody that looked like the thing on the right?
See, I judge it differently, though. I mean, if it's purely on just looks, then yes, I'll play along and say yes. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't always have that. Like I always have it like envisioned in my mind what the person's going to look like. So it depends on what I'm doing, what the character is.
That's fair.
To give you an exact, like, yes, I would. If it was purely just the two on the screen, then yes, I would take the AI actress. No. But there's a lot of factors. Oh, and I had found out, breaking news. YouTube Free Movies is going to have The Warrior on it.
No shit.
Yeah,
that's great.
So YouTube Movies is going to have The Warrior on it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I found out. I checked it yesterday or today, and they had signed the contract to have the Warriors shown on YouTube Movies.
How do you find that out?
My aggregate. I went on the website, and it got picked up by them. So I'll let everybody know when it's going to be shown. I'm assuming it's going to be in the free area for the because they do the free movies, but they're making money on advertising.
So can we watch it? Go ahead.
What was
that? No, go ahead. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
So I found that out today, so I'll let everybody know.
Can we show it on your channel?
Yeah.
There you go.
See, the only problem with doing like what Dave did is I shot it in 6K and 4K. So not a lot of movies or not a lot of TVs can still do 4K correctly or 6K.
I gotcha.
And not a lot of streaming services can do 6K or 4K.
It's the same with music. When I go,
so
hey,
it
Dave,
looks all washed out. So then when somebody wants to sit there and say that, well, the movie looks like shit because you're not watching it the way that it's supposed to be watched.
Yeah, it's the same with when I mention, hey, my band's got a new song, and then somebody will just play it. I'm like, I'd rather you not play it on the stream. Just go to Spotify and listen, or YouTube.
Yeah,
on your own.
Yeah,
with your hardwire connection and supposed to stream. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Definitely.
So it's like if you want to get the context and watch the movie, that's fine. But it's one of those things where it's like, I wasn't like, I let Dave do it because Dave wanted to do it, and I'm like, okay, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah. But then it's like when you hear comments about stuff, and it's like, bro, it's like it's not being shown the way that it's supposed to be shown.
Mm-hmm. Well, the good news is it's going to be on YouTube. That's great.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube. I'll let everybody know that so you guys can go watch it. Anywho, that's the breaking news.
It's a permission that was given by SAG to the signatories.
Wow, that sounds alarming. Certainly, for those that are protected by SAG. And let's talk a little bit about Tilly Norwood, as she's called, specifically.
Okay,
you're doing something.
Where was it at?
Stamp is something that any.
I wanted to show Tilly Norwood. The one part where she was waving at people. Where was that? Dang it! Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she looks good. Okay.
Sure.
But look at her shoulder. See how her shoulder doesn't look right? That's because the pixels are blending in with the background.
Yeah, you're right. If you look close enough, it looks like she has like a Band-Aid on because there's a certain part of her shoulder is raised up just a little bit.
Yes, and then she doesn't look three-dimensional. She still looks two-dimensional. If you look at her, she looks like she's two-dimensional.
This is just starting though, dude. They'll work this shit out in a year. So
you're going to sit there and tell me that they're going to give a contract to somebody that's fake, not three-dimensional, and still got like fucked up shoulders because of technology? I mean, come on, guys. Let's be serious here. Let's be a whole lot of serious right now.
Understand her AI because he can't tell the difference anymore. No, this is going to happen all the time. I think about it. This AI object. There's no such thing as an AI actress. This AI object that looks human will never get sick, can work 24 hours a day. You can triple or quadruple book this object.
They don't age.
It's
kind of
a dream come true for.
You said that whole thing Tuesday.
I did.
You said the exact same thing.
I'm happy to see somebody who knows what they're talking about say what I said out of my ass. So
bingo. Hey, Julia knows stuff.
Look at that.
Who'd have thunk it?
Or an agency or for, whatever, and part of this could just be like some, this company's just trying to, I don't know the name of the country. They're just trying to get some press for themselves. But truly, if you look at any of the demos, or if you look at J. Crew's new catalog, it's almost entirely AI.
Oh. And
it's all just human-looking people. There's no real clothes, no people, no photographers, nothing. Yeah.
That's incredible. And as they say, a slippery slope, to be sure. So you are not just talking about this, you're doing something about it, founding the Credo 23 Council and Credo 23 Film Festival. Talk about those efforts.
Sure. I know there's going to come a time, maybe that time is now, where audiences are going to want to know, am I watching an AI object or am I watching a human being? So the Credo 23 stamp is something that any filmmaker or showrunner can apply for. And it will tell the audience that, no generative AI was used in the project. And then we have the Credo 23 Film Festival. Submissions are open, by the way, until December. Where
it was really expensive. I checked on it. It's really expensive.
We just show non-AI films, just the types of films that have been made over the last 100 years.
But hold on, hit pause real quick.
I mean, the conceit is
how expensive?
I thought it was like $150 or something like that.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. The problem that I have when I submit my stuff to film festivals, okay, because mine's a family drama.
Mm-hmm.
And I get put up against like science fiction movies and horror movies because they never have a family drama. It's either drama and then they or it's like best film. I'm going against other films that are not in my genre.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like I'm not placing well because they're not putting it where it's supposed to be put.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of a waste of money for me to do film festivals. And I don't really get anything out of it. I got to add a boy.
Isn't the idea of film festivals that somebody who hasn't seen it may see it? Like somebody in a position of some sort of power somewhere would see it?
If you're a finalist, probably.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah. If you're just trying to get your name in there, probably not. But if you're a finalist, they might say, hey, this is pretty good.
We don't think anybody needs to use AI to make a film. If you need AI to make a film, you're not a filmmaker because you should be able to do that yourself.
Very interesting.
100%. Is AI going to pick the wardrobes? No. Is AI going to pick all of the locations that I picked? No. Is AI going to do all of the fucking legwork and trying to find a person that resembles me as a little kid? Or resembles my mom the way that she looked when I was younger.
Yep.
So AI is just going to be like, here's Tilly Norwood. Yay! Stunning and brave. But if she doesn't look exactly the way that I want her to look, too bad, so sad.
But like you've said before, we agree. Even me as a musician and songwriter, you as a filmmaker, it's nobody gives a shit about what we do to make what we do. And the mass
it's only about the final product. They don't even give a shit about the fucking process.
Right.
I've not had one motherfucking person reach out to me and say, bro, like, how did you do that? Or what did you do with this? Not one.
Well, I have.
No, yeah.
I know.
I appreciate it. And Dave did. I'm just saying is because people think they can do it better. And AI is going to nothing but increase the fact that somebody thinks they're going to do it better with fucking cheating. Because people don't want to put the fucking work in. They just want to hit a button and make it fucking happen. And that's bullshit.
Do you think it's more about, well, no, you're probably right. Do you think it's more about work or money?
Both.
Yeah. Be interesting to.
I'm a purist, so I think it's fucking laziness as far as art is concerned.
Yep. I agree totally.
You talked about this the other day about the saving costs for everything.
I get it. I get why producers would be interested in this technology. It makes sense from their angle, but like when I was in the studio with my band yesterday, one of the guys in the band is sort of an AI guy, a little bit. And he goes, yeah, one of my friends is writing a song using AI. And immediately my other bandmate's like, well, he's not a songwriter. He's just writing a prompt. That's not music. And that's pretty much how I feel.
Yeah. You're not putting the work in. You're just trying to be a cheater and then trying to make money based off of cutting corners.
But as an artist, you, me, anybody, like what's the point of faking it and doing shortcuts? The fun of it is the process. Learning how to play guitar, learning the chords, sharing it with your bandmates, getting together and arranging it. That's the great part.
You know how many, dude, you know how many, and you probably run into this with music. Do you know how many grifters there are, dude? That they want to claim that they're a filmmaker. They've never made a film. They're waiting for somebody to give them money. Otherwise, the movie's not going to be made.
Mm-hmm.
I said, fuck it. I'm doing it all. I'm funding it myself. I'm doing it.
Well, you and I are on the same page about grifting. I could not agree
There's
with you more.
So many people that are like, I'm a filmmaker. I'm a digital creator. I'm fucking whatever. And it's like, they're nothing but fucking grifters.
Yeah. Give me money or I won't do this. And people go, well, then don't do it.
And we've had this conversation about people that do that. Give me money or I'll do this
Some
thing.
people that we like, actually. So that's sort of, I have to work that out in my head. Like,
I'm not a huge fan of that. It's one of those things where my attitude is if you're good at what you do and people appreciate the effort and what you're doing, that the money will come. Like, I don't have to say shit. People would be like, oh, I appreciate it. Dude, you're kicking butt. Oh, you're just not. Like, I don't have to sit there and be like, super chats, rumble rants. I don't, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't chase the money, let the money chase you.
Yeah, exactly. Because if people like it, I think people will appreciate it and you know.
And it's just, to put it, the best phrase I can use for that sort of grifting, and this is going to be out of the norm for me, it's unchristian to me.
Yeah.
It was back in the old days, Christian, charging interest was against the church. Like, no, you lend somebody money, you get that money back. It's like, now it's all about give me your money, give me your money.
And I'll be perfectly honest with you. At some point, I'll probably do a Indiegogo or something to start raising money for another movie. But it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, I would love to have where this community basically helps fund indie filmmakers.
I agree.
Like that would be amazing.
And
you know
musicians.
how EVS does for comic books? I would love to do it for people that are like musicians or indie filmmakers.
Me too.
Where it's like you don't have a whole lot of money, but if we could raise $5,000 for somebody, fucking go do it. You know what I mean?
Yep. If you don't want to interact with AI in your art, there's an option. Don't interact with AI in your art.
So yeah, I would love to have sort of an EVS type thing for music and movies. That'd be amazing.
Yep.
So okay, so we'll continue watching that.
Perspective, and I just wonder, is there any place for generative AI in filmmaking at all? In your opinion?
No.
Not for me as a filmmaker.
Go, Justine.
Like I said. Look, generative AI is, I've said this many times. It's like a blender. An AI model is like a blender, and it will spit out what you feed it. So if you want it to spit out films, you feed it 100 years of film, and then you give it a prompt, and you get a little Frankenstein spoonful based on that prompt. So it's made of stolen work. It's a regurgitation of old work.
True.
And so any filmmaker who's using it,
I guarantee you, if this keeps going down the fucking road, I guarantee you they're going to use a phrase that is a very popular phrase in a movie, and I'm going to say right fucking there. Right there, you're fucking cheating. You're using somebody else's words to make your bullshit.
Yep. The only word I disagree that you just said was if, because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's happening.
So what's one of your favorite lines in a movie?
Remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied. I love that line.
If somebody uses that in an AI movie, you're going to know right away that these people are fucking grifters.
Yep.
You're using somebody else's work. And I completely agree with you, because then that's a copyright issue. Because I have it, if I have my my screenplay copyrighted and registered with the Writers Guild, and then you use my words in some shit, guess who's getting sued?
Here's
me.
The difficulty in that is the speed at which AI works. It's faster than we are. And already I'm sure there's 8th generation AI products now that are based off of already AI generated stuff, which was based off of it was a person, but it's going to get further and further away. It's like a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Yeah, but it's going to fuck up and people are going to hold it accountable.
Oh, when it fucks
like how far is the AI going to go though? Because it's going to steal somebody's shit and somebody's going to get pissed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because it's not going to, it can't help it. It's just going to eat and eat and eat, and it's going to use somebody's shit. Guaranteed.
Everything that AI ever generates is based on, like she said, based on something a human has done somewhere.
Or anybody who's using ChatGPT to write things, when you're stopping your forward motion, your creative forward motion, and your intellectual development, you're stopping it right there. And you will never find out what you can really do. Now, if you don't use it and you keep pushing forward, and coming up with imaginative ways to do your projects,
It's a process, baby.
you will make the new films. Nothing new will come out of generative AI because it's a regurgitation of the past.
What a remarkable time in this industry. And we talk about all this at a time when production jobs have been leaving LA, leaving the United States, frankly. President Trump, again, calling for a 100% tariff on films produced outside the U.S. You've said that would pair well with a national film tax credit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how
Yeah, because they want to enjoy the benefits that the United States gives them, but then they want to yank jobs away from people. So they're going to take those dailies and then send it to an editor in the United States.
You know what? Is there a position in the presidential cabinet called like Secretary of Entertainment or something like that? Because there should be, and she should be it.
Oh yeah, no shit. Well, they always have just like, I deem you an entertainment awesome person. You know what I mean? Like, Trump did that with Sylvester Stallone, a couple other people.
Yeah, but the question we're talking about with AI, this is not just an entertainment question. This is a humanity question.
Yeah.
It goes deeper than that. I don't think I mentioned this on Tuesday, and if I did, forgive me, but there's a Whoopi Goldberg story. Did I tell you that on Tuesday? Did I mention the name Whoopi Goldberg? Because it's rare and you would remember it.
Didn't she say, she said something dumb the other day?
She said something that I kind of agree with, and I think you do. She goes, people will be able to tell the difference because we emote a certain way and they can't. Talking about AI. Now, what worried me when she said that is we're already speaking in terms of us and them. The AI being them. We're already personalizing them. And it is from a metaphysical standpoint, it's a slippery slope, I think. And I don't think humanity's ready to deal with it correctly.
They can't deal with something simple like what's a man and a woman. How can they deal with this?
Yeah, there's people dressing their dogs up as Tigger. Go
Fucking
figure.
Tiggers.
Hey.
a tariff against films would
And I love Tigger, but leave Tigger alone.
Right.
actually function. I mean, there are a lot of American productions that shoot films that take place in other countries. So you want to go to those countries to shoot that. But I think one thing that's possible, because and the reason it's going overseas is because these other countries are offering really big tax credits.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the United States could counter that by giving a national tax credit. And I believe that some of his advisors, John Voight, et cetera, have been encouraging him to do this, a national tax credit. And you could restrict it if you wanted to, make it so it has to be United States or an American director or something like that. But shooting in the United States, and maybe you wouldn't even need that restriction, but that's what it comes down to. If you can shoot your $50 million film.
Trump uses the tariffs as a negotiation tactic. So you know damn well that he's doing the 100% tariff thing, and they're trying to use it as like, well, Trump is trying to get rid of free speech. No, it's a negotiation. You're talking about the man who wrote a fucking book called The Art of the Deal.
When you enter a negotiation, whether it be a job interview or anything, you never start with what you actually expect to get.
You shoot
start
for
with
the
more.
moon, and then all of a sudden you bring it back.
They bring it down, then you meet in the middle. That's the
So
way.
it's like, I'm sick and tired of this whole like, well, Trump did this. It's like, no, he did it for negotiation. So if somebody comes up and says, hey, let's think about doing it this way, he'll put thought into it and then come up with something. Mm-hmm. But he's doing the 100% tariff thing to basically say, okay, it's going to be this unless you come to me and figure this shit out.
Yep.
He's one of the best negotiators ever.
Now, on the other side, when she's saying, well, American producers of film, and she's not talking about music, but I'll branch it out to that too.
Yeah.
Should get tax credits. My immediate response is, why the fuck should they get tax credits? Why ain't I getting tax credits? Why are they getting my tax money? Fuck them. They can never make a movie ever again or a song. And really, in the end, who gives a shit? There's plenty of stuff to watch and listen to out there already.
Yeah, it's all about giving them money or giving them a deal.
Well, it's always about, but we know it's always about money. So
yeah. So it's like, well, I'm going to go overseas because I can get a deal.
Well, what's going to happen when you start having to negotiate against an AI that can think at 100 times what your brain can process? That's going to be something. I just want my AI sex robot. That's all I ask. With an off switch.
That doesn't talk back. Oh.
actually for $30 million because you're getting this tax credit in Malta or London or wherever, that's what you're going to do. But if you can get the same or better tax credit in the United States, you'll just shoot in the United States. I mean, especially if your film takes place in the United States, you'd prefer that.
Well, anyone who follows your X account is treated to some incredible film criticism where you frequently use the hashtag #MakeNewFilms, as you've been saying. And at this pivotal time for the...
I love her film reviews of fucking weirdos.
Me too. Just like TikTok reviews. She's really funny.
She's funny.
Industry.
What's your message to Hollywood?
Listen to me.
You mean to myself? In Hollywood. This is something I'm actually writing for Spin Magazine, writing a film. I'm a contributing film editor for Spin Magazine right now. And I just wrote something about the horror business and the horror film business and how there are a lot of really fresh films coming out of the horror world. And part of that is that they're doing there's plenty of sequels in the horror world, yes, but they're doing like fresh new ideas. They're making money at it because the fan base is so devoted. And I think we need to just do fresh things that are not bogged down by a hashtag that will only last, till the end of the month. Not bogged down by, causes or concerns that are very specific to this moment in time. Get back to making films and series that go beyond this time, that really deal with the human spirit, things that are true for humans 50 years ago and will be true 50 years from now, and just doing fresh ideas and they got scared, Yeah. And I think they need to just be true to their own DNA, which is rule breakers and boldness, and just get back to that.
Well, you've got a voice and you're using it. Filmmaker, author, and Credo 23 founder Justine Bateman.
Based.
Yeah, she kind of got into old woman yelling at clouds territory towards the end then, Boo, in my opinion. Like, yes, you should make everlasting content, but the young generation they don't care. They grew up with the world like this, not like me and you and her.
I don't think... I mean, you're right. Dummies under the age of 30 think like that.
I wouldn't even say dummies, Derek. I mean,
They are dummies because they can't even put together a fucking movie, so they're just gonna cheat their way to try to get some money. Because that's the only way. I mean, dude, Tuesday we watched a video of a girl saying that she's not making enough money on her fucking music, so she's gonna just do OnlyFans. You're gonna tell me that she's not gonna use AI to try to make more money? Come on, man.
I would like to see young people have more of the mindset that we do: work at something, practice, get better, work your way up. But it's this
feminist bullshit where it's like, well, it's Jimmy's the fault, and you didn't do nothing wrong. Just do it a different way, and then they're gonna fucking take shortcuts to do it a different way, and they're gonna use some of these shit. Like I said, the minute that AI says "get busy living" or "get busy dying," sue the fuck out of them. Whatever production company that did that, sue the fuck out of them.
But you're right. It goes back to like, little Jimmy wants to be a movie producer, and you can't say you can't be one anymore because now with AI you can fake it. It'd be like if I said I wanted to play power forward for the Detroit Pistons. I can't do that. It's just you can't. And
you're
right,
5'5", 5'6"?
It's 5'8", 5'9". Depends on how tall my chair is. Yeah, but it goes back to like parents, helicopter parenting. It's like you told me a story when you played baseball and the other parents whose kids weren't going in the game were complaining that why isn't my kid in the game?
Yep.
You can't say because your kid's not that good.
Yeah.
If he wants to be in the game, he needs to get better.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, we'll put him in the game. Okay, we'll let him write a script that creates a song. Okay, we'll let him fake being a movie producer. Nothing's real anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so somebody that's very successful at making movies, let's see what they have to say.
He's quite successful.
James Cameron on Avatar 2 re-release and why generative AI is never going to take the place of humans. We need our artists.
Wrong.
James Cameron prefers not to revisit his movie after their opening in theaters. I usually have a moratorium of a couple of years where I just don't want to think about it, he says.
Fair.
There's a certain point where you've been away from where you could start to be more of an audience or less of a picky filmmaker. Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely correct. I mean, The Warrior, I can nitpick stuff, but eventually you have to put that shit away. It has to be done.
Yep, a creator's always working on the next thing, not worried about the last thing.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, in both
So it's like
music and movies.
People can watch it and think of whatever they want to watch it and whatever. But it's one of those things where it's like, as a creative person, I can nitpick it. I don't need to hear somebody else try to nitpick dumb shit with it. And it's like, bro, like, it is what it is. If you don't like it, then you don't like it.
But some people, well, that goes back to a topic maybe we can discuss at a later show. Like, what's the point in criticism? Is there any value in it?
Yeah. Well, it depends. If Quentin Tarantino is giving me ideas and telling and talking to me about my film, I'm listening to him.
Sure.
Joe Schmo on the side of the street that doesn't know anything about movies, doesn't know anything about making movies, doesn't have never written anything, doesn't do anything, and I'm supposed to listen to what they have to say.
Do you keep them in? Well, do you keep them in mind while when you're producing something? I mean, there's got to be a part of your head, I would imagine, at least because there's a part of my head that thinks this way too. Is like, will the person who listens to this be able to?
When I'm making the movie, yes.
Am I giving them the tools to enjoy what I've
When
done?
I'm making the movie, yes. But afterwards, no.
Yeah. No, I got
you can fuck off.
Yep.
It's like you either like it or you don't like it. There is I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you either like it or you don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I remember years ago, this was when I was still in Michigan. I might have been 21, 22. This filmmaker, and I don't even know what he's doing anymore. He made this kind of like this risque type movie where it was sort of like putting people in uncomfortable positions, and like sometimes a person would be walking in the room, they're butt naked, because it was more about putting somebody in an awkward position than it was porn, because it wasn't porn.
Okay.
It was just like, hey, I've got a thing here. Oh, hey Sally, come over here, and then Sally walks in the room and they're butt naked. And it was like we were at the theater, and I was helping him promote it. And we were at the Main Arts Theater in Royal Oak, and we watched the movie. And a couple of the women, of course, are just like, "Well, did the person have to be naked?" It's like, well, he did that to get a reaction out of you.
Sure.
He did that to put people in a difficult situation. That's what the movie was about. And the person had no idea about well, why would you do it that way? Like they weren't even thinking about the artistic value of it. They were just like, well, why would you do that? I'm not listening to that lady. Okay. I'm not, because she don't understand.
Plus, the answer to her question is the question. Why do you have naked people in it? Why would you do it? Oh, because there's naked people in it. That's the bit.
And number one, I'm trying to make you uncomfortable. Number two, I'm trying to put you in a situation where you're uncomfortable. Like he was purposely doing it. And it's like, well, why would you do it that way? I'm not listening to that lady. She doesn't get the plot. She doesn't get the plot line. She doesn't understand that I don't think he was trolling. But he was definitely putting people in a situation where they were uncomfortable. That was the point of it.
Okay.
And she just didn't understand. And it's like, I'm not listening to that fucking lady, because she has nothing of value that I want to say, oh, actually, she had a pretty good idea, or, oh, she had a pretty good comment about it or something like that, or maybe she thought about it a different way. Somebody that's not creative is not going to think it that way. I mean, you and your music has kind of got to be the same thing, right? Like you're not going to have Timmy from McDonald's say, Julio, how about you play the guitar better? Are you going to listen to that person?
No. Well, no, not really. But if I'm, I'm pretty self-aware. I know what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. So I'm pretty confident in that way. If somebody tells me I can't do X and I know I can, I'll ignore it. If somebody says I can't do Y and I know I can't do it, I'll agree with them. Like, yeah, you're right. I can't play like Jimi Hendrix. My bad.
I'm just saying is that there's some people that I will listen to. There's some people I don't listen to.
Sure.
Because it's like you haven't earned the right for me to listen to you.
Plus, now you have to take in back to criticism, like bad faith criticism, which I know people shit on that phrase, but there is bad faith criticism, which means you've gone into watching something with the goal of not liking it and bitching about it.
Yeah. That's why I didn't take Mike Partika on his critique of the movie after it was done. If I knew Mike before that, I'd probably got his opinion before we started filming, because it's like a second voice, a second ear that maybe sees something that I didn't. Because he's really good at that. He's really good at critiquing literature, comic books, that type of thing. It's like I wouldn't necessarily listen to 100% of what he had to say, but I would definitely take him up on having the ability to have a second ear. But Jimmy from McDonald's, I'm not listening to.
Yeah, Mike Partika's feedback would mean something, and you would actually take it into consideration.
Correct. So it's like, yes and no to your question, where it's like, if the person is somebody that is actually done something that can give me honest feedback, I'm listening. If it's Jimmy from McDonald's, I ain't listening. Sorry. We're going through a finish of the VFX now on Fire and Ash. We've been really the last 2 years, but we're really coming down to the wire now, he says. And I want to thematically consistent about the way music was used and underscoring during the dialogue scenes and things like that. So I have rewatched it. It's a pretty good ride, I have to say. He's not really talking about AI, though.
Not really. Well, his films are filled with computer generated graphics, though, right?
Yeah.
Are the people that do that at the computer artists?
Yeah. There's a difference between AI and, like, if you have a graphics thing that you're creating a person out of. There's a difference between AI, which is AI is learning as it goes. If I create a character with a FX program, and that's not AI.
Okay, so your point is you actually have to be some sort of an artist to use a program to make CGI.
Correct.
Whereas with AI, all you have to do is know how to parse the words right. It's more of a programming discipline.
And it's doing it for you. So there's a huge difference.
Fair.
But yeah, he's not really talking about AI too much, so I think it's kind of a clickbait title. He's not talking about AI.
On the internet, Derek? What?
I would have never thought about it.
Well, here you go. I'll take this opportunity to take my old man 2-minute break, Derek. I'll be right back.
Yeah, he's not talking about AI, so yeah, we're not going to spend too much time on this then. Anywho, we'll go to the next thing because he's not talking about it. It's clickbait. Okay. So Sean Astin is newly elected SAG-AFTRA president, doubling down on the protection for the members after the emergence of AI actress Tilly Norwood. He said, I appreciate that the story has captured. I appreciate that his story. The story has captured the imagination of people, but it's not the first shoe to drop. We had a 118-day strike, fighting very hard to put AI provisions and protections in place. The teams of SAG-AFTRA have been in the fight for longer than people might realize as technology continues to advance at light speed. We're going to meet the challenge. Our agreement with the ATA is important as we look forward to a healthy, constructive conversation with agencies to make sure that we continue to help each other. We performers rely on what agent judgment and their good work and their sincerity, and that they rely on our talent and are marketable, he said. The real issue of the play is how our work is exhibited and what kinds of permissions and compensation we'll get for its use. with regard to AI, we have an extraordinary amount of leverage because the audience wants to see a real human performance in movies, TV shows, animation, video games, audiobooks, and all other ways that we represent our members. So yeah, that's...
So they went from the nanny to Samwise Gamgee being their president. Interesting.
Yeah, basically.
It's hard for me to agree with the Screen Actors Guild because I have no respect for unions basically in Hollywood at all.
Yeah, they take a lot of liberties. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of shit for if something's used that shouldn't be used in the okay, so if I say Julio, I'm an idea guy. I have a movie that's about a skyscraper, okay? And the skyscraper falls down, and all these people are running around, and then we have to go in there and go into a building and save people in the building. I can't copyright that idea. Somebody that's watching our channel can be like, "Oh, I have a great idea about a skyscraper movie, and people like and they're getting saved." I can't copyright an idea. Nope. But if I put that on paper and I copyright it, and then I go and register it through the Writers Guild, if somebody uses my fucking words and my idea, I'm going after them. So how is AI going to be able to use people's stuff without being held accountable?
I don't know. They're already doing it. How are they going to get away with it is the question. And
like I said, they're going to piss one person off and it's over.
Did you read about, speaking of AI, we're all familiar with Wikipedia. I use it all the time, to be honest with you, how old is this person, that kind of thing. Elon Musk is creating an AI-generated called Grokpedia.
Grokpedia?
No, he legit is. He is.
Is he really?
Because he says Wikipedia, and this is a true statement, it's edited by, people who really don't know what they're talking about or have political views that they want to inject into the Wikipedia article.
Yeah, it's not like that's why I just use I use Wikipedia as information for my video. I don't take it for gospel because I use it for like what actors in this movie, when was this actor born, stuff like that. You can trust it. But when it comes to like political topics and such, no, because people are going to put a spin on it because you can edit it.
So basically what Elon Musk is saying, if you really down to brass tacks, is he's saying you can't trust humans to tell the truth, so I'll have AI do it instead.
But somebody still has to put the information into the AI. So how has that changed?
I don't know. You just won't have the opportunity as a human being to go into Grokpedia and change something.
I'm just saying, that can also be manipulated. So I'm not 100% on board for him saying that. Well, because this is self-edited, AI, Grokpedia isn't going to be... There still needs to be somebody that's inserting information. Case in point, okay? If I go on Grok right now and I put in something that is 25 years old, it doesn't have an idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Why? Because whoever's programming it hasn't put it in there. It doesn't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know about that. Well, maybe you're right. If you go to Grok and say who was the first American killed in the Revolutionary War, it'll come back and tell you.
No, but if I say it only picks up the big names. If I say give me a picture of Elvis, it'll show me a picture of Elvis. If I say give me a picture of Elvis's brother Belvis, it has no idea what I'm talking about. Has no idea. I'm just saying it's because somebody hasn't programmed it and put it in there.
Okay.
So I'm just saying it can be also manipulated. All right. So this is the ex SAG president, which I think she's got the most annoying voice ever.
The worst.
And she got a star on the Walk of Fame for The Nanny and then being the SAG president. Okay.
She was kind of hot back in the day, though, if I can say that.
Think so?
Yeah.
Fran Drescher was the SAG president during the 2023 negotiations, where within explicit permission was given to the studios and streamers. This is from Justine Bateman. Using human-looking AI objects instead of SAG members. SAG actors should demand that the Fran Drescher, SAG, Duncan CI explain to the members exactly why they gave that away. It would be like a team, like the Teamsters giving away employees permission to use self-driving trucks.
True. That's a good analogy.
What do you make about these AI-generated actors that are coming online, and what does that mean for the industry going forward?
Well, what's it mean for humanity is the bigger question. There's something wrong with our species that we keep wanting to annihilate ourselves. With the pollution that we impose on the planet, with the fact that we keep inventing things that put us out of work, I think that the bigger question is to look.
It's the message. The message.
Oh God, you're right about her voice.
God damn, her voice is annoying.
She had one point at the beginning when she said this is a question for humanity, which I agree with. But after that, it was you're right.
Downhill.
It was NPC City.
Look at how flawed we are as a species and start really working on addressing the fact that we have a problem. We need to acknowledge that we do, so that
we have a problem. We have to acknowledge that my voice is really fucking annoying.
It is annoying, and maybe if your union was a little more reasonable when it come to this.
Well, I mean, Justine Bateman's point is she's saying about like how humans, but then she's in the back doors in the back rooms, fucking signing shit, giving away shit. I mean, it's hypocrisy 101.
You nailed it without saying it. I think is your point. If I'm saying this right, is that the people that they're going to decide this is them.
Yes,
not us.
Yes.
The rank and file ham and egg or lunch pail guys. We just watch things happen. We don't really have a say in what happens with all this. We're the ones that have to adapt to it in the end. But we just have to adapt to whatever.
I'm not adapting to shit.
Well, I got what you're saying. Yeah.
But yeah, her voice just drives me crazy. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she's literally saying the message, and then Justine Bateman's like, well, how about you justify the fact that you did this? You gave permissions away. So that's a fucking hypocrite right there.
Yeah, but they're like, she's like, the union heads are like lawyers. They're only going to say things that help their group. And they'll say untruths and give wrong facts if it helps their group.
But Fran Drescher had a TV show and she was the president of SAG. What benefit does she have giving away shit for AI? Unless she's making backroom deals where she's getting fucking millions of dollars to sign fucking her soul away or SAG soul away.
They're not negotiating from a position of strength like we were talking about earlier. What the stance they should be taking is we won't work on any project that has any AI in it, period. Yep. And they should get with the Directors Guild. Everybody say, whatever, program your stupid movie, but you're not going to have the Hollywood machine behind it. Where you're going to, distribution to theaters, things like that. We just won't take part in that. And then work from there.
But they're not. They're always giving like a PC answer, like, well, we're negotiating, we're trying to figure out what the thing is, and everybody's got a point of view, and you're exactly right. If that was me, I'm there saying, fuck it, no.
Mm-hmm. Of course, then
get rid of AI. AI can do its own fucking thing, but stay out of my entertainment.
Without the problem there is then the AI people will go, all right, well, we'll just do our own thing and distribute it on YouTube and Rumble and without you.
So speaking of AI.
Oh.
Speaking of AI.
Is that AI Elvis auditioning?
It's AI Elvis as Han Solo.
Okay. I'm willing to watch this.
Look, Princess, I make my living letting the dice fall where they may. You won't say if you better call a taxi. But you point me at a paycheck and I'll get you there faster than a comet in summer. Just don't tell me the odds.
It may not look like much. She's got it where it counts, kid. One of the fastest ships in the galaxy.
The music's the best part.
You better.
All right, Elvis, we'll start on the walk-in, then you hit the line right on the mark.
You got it, man. I'll give it that little edge you like.
Slate in and mark rolling.
Look, sweetheart, you take the long odds with me, you just might come out ahead.
No rolling. Scene 28, take 3. Marker.
Look, sweetheart, I've flown from Memphis to Mos Eisley and back, and I ain't in it for the cause. I'm in it for the credits and maybe the fun. So you coming or not?
Look, sweetheart, the galaxy's full of fellas trying to be noble. Most of them end up broke or dead. Me? I aim to stay breathing and maybe make it stylish while I do.
And you think that's charm?
The best feeling, Elvis. Not too tight?
Fits like it was made for me, man. Might have to keep it when we're done.
You pulled it off better than anyone could have guessed.
Well, that's kind of you. Just try not to trip over the blaster.
We'll get you on deck in 5.
Look, Princess, I've...
Was that an AI blooper?
Okay, so
in 5.
Look, Princess, I've flown from one...
Yeah, just try not to trip over the blaster.
See right there when he took a drink?
Uh-huh.
He doesn't actually drink. Watch. Puts it up
blaster.
there.
We'll get you on deck in 5.
Look, Princess, I've...
Good eye.
Good old AI.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be able to catch this shit.
Flown from one side of this galaxy to the
Fuck on my Wookiees right now.
other. Ain't nobody gonna tell me the odds. Easy, fuzzball. I've got it handled.
Okay. Great, Elvis. That felt good.
You take a good look at me, Princess. We need someone who can get us out. Are you in? I'm not in this for your revolution. I'm in it for the money. You get what you pay for, darling.
That didn't even look like Carrie Fisher behind him.
I'm just watching Elvis. I'm a hypocrite, Derek.
I don't care how big his
cracking
shield
up.
is,
This
sweetheart.
funny,
One
man.
squeeze of this trigger and he's
at
dust.
his
We're
hair.
on our way home. So what's it going to be? Told you.
All right, man. Partner. A couple flicks of these switches and we're clear of this rock. Nobody's gonna touch us. What do you say, Furball? Ready to see some stars stretch?
And cut.
Partner, you and I both know you're not fast enough to make this worth your trouble. All I'm asking is 40% and a clean exit.
40 is steep. The house doesn't bleed that much for anyone.
Then let's call it a favor you owe a man still breathing.
Roll camera. Rolling. Action.
Don't you worry, darling. I know. I'll see you on the other side. I take orders from just one person. And sweetheart, you're looking at him. You want this ship to move, you ask real nice. Otherwise, she stays parked.
That's not how the rebellion works, Captain.
See, kid, out here you don't wait for luck. You make it. Keep your head cool and your blaster ready, and the galaxy tends to open up.
I just want to do what's right. If that means jumping into the fire, then that's fine.